What are your thoughts on Jacob Fatu's debut and its impact on the Bloodline storyline? And can you also give us a rundown on your relationship with Jacob Fatu and his journey thus far?
Oh, when you say Journey, I think of his brother or his son because he's got a brother named Journey and a son
No,
named Journey. Uh,
that's a pretty name.
yeah, no, he's got like 7 kids, Jacob.
Yeah, you
Like,
did
he's a
say that.
savage, man. I'm glad he got that job because now they don't have to. They can eat their own ramen instead of splitting ramen. He's got so many kids.
Oh,
He's gonna, man. Did I saw getting sidetracked at ahead of things. Somebody had sent me a thing and said that he's got the werewolf, the Samoan werewolf, right? That his shirt was the number one selling shirt on WWEshop.com. Like, that's
oh
crazy.
wow,
Out of one debut, it's amazing. It's
that's
anticipated.
awesome.
Jacob is an amazing individual. Like I said when I saw the Wyatt 6-6 thing. Because I was watching the Jay or whichever Uso it was. Because I was seeing, I didn't know if Jacob went or what. He's been really quiet about things. Uh, so I was somewhere Friday and I got a message that said Jacob debuted. So I had to go home and go to the recording because it was already, I don't know where I was, but it had already, SmackDown was already over wherever I was on a Friday. It was already.
At the show.
Oh yeah, I was at the show. How about
At
yeah, I
my
was at the
debut.
show. Yeah,
Sorry,
the show.
Jacob.
Your show.
I
Yeah,
stole
your
him from
debut.
you.
Your debut. That's right. Yeah, you were
I was
debuting.
gonna say, stole him
Then
from
it
you,
turns out
Jacob.
that Jacob
We can
debuted on
share. Sharing
SmackDown.
is caring.
So it well, so
Sorry, bro.
so the
I'll be one that
bloodline.
shake your hand.
I,
Sorry.
the bloodline is to me has been. I don't know where it was going. It kind of because Roman Reigns was such a prominent thing and it was so over, and then with Paul Heyman, and then the changing of the guards and changing of the stories and going different directions is such a hard transition, and then they bring the Tongans in, and then one thing was going on. You're looking at it going, I don't know where Jacob will fit or how is this going to work. Or then you would hear the rumors that they were scared to bring Jacob in, that he would maybe outshine Sepha or Sokoa. Sorry, the Sokoa. And, so you didn't know what was going to happen or how it was going to happen, but where it was even going because, you're so used to seeing Roman Reigns and you're a Roman Reigns fan, so so like you watching the Bloodline, were you like going, this isn't Roman Reigns, and are you like going, it's not the same, where's it gonna go, how are they gonna be able to get this over?
Mainly like where is it gonna go? Like I'm trying to figure out how
Right,
they're
is
going
Roman
to.
coming back? Is he gonna come back with the Usos or what? Or how's it gonna play out? Or is this gonna happen in 1 month? Or is it gonna be a whole year back to WrestleMania and come full circle? Can they pull it off till then? Which they're writing stories. You push something down people's throats enough, they can. Not they're all talented, but they like I don't believe they had the amount of experience that Jacob has time wise. Jacob's probably I don't know when I trained him. It was me, Reno Anawai, his uncle Rikishi, that trained him out in Knox Pro. So like in California. So that's a while ago. It's been like 10 or something years. He's been out grinding on top and working
That's awesome.
constantly and getting experience. So you're watching the whole Bloodline thing. Where is it gonna fit in? And then they say debuted. So I go and I see, they have the match. It's Sokoa, Cody, and then the Tongans come in, and then it's a blah 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 blah, and then kind of like a rough 6-man that kind of turns into whatever it was with Kevin Owens and everybody and Randy Orton and whatnot. And then Sokoa's backing up, and then he starts smiling, and I go, oh, this is obviously Jacob's gonna come in, but then Jacob came in, and then Jacob did what Jacob did, which I believe Jacob's better than what I saw. He's in boots and everything, but Jacob what you saw there. He came in and whatever, ding ding ding, he puts Kevin Owens, someone drop into the stairs. Somebody got speared, Orton through a wall or something, and blah blah blah. Cody clotheslines him out. He pulls Cody, puts him on the thing. Bob goes up. Does the rock bottom on the apron, whatever he does. Boom, and it goes up and does that big splash. That's just a fraction of what Jacob can do. That's like a watered down Jacob Fatu. So, but in that moment, he got over more than all that other bloodline, which is, I'm happy, but at the same time, I'm like, shit, where are they still? How are they gonna do this? How are they gonna pull it off? How are they gonna keep control? If
Yeah.
Jacob's, and then if it's if it's a sign that his merch became the number one selling, if that's true, like somebody sent that to me, a thing
awesome.
saying that it was the number one on WWEshop.com, It's like, damn, like I hope that doesn't work against them if they're trying to keep one here, or I hope it doesn't cause a rift in the family between each other, like competitive ones, which I don't think so. I hope not. But it's such a scary thing. But like, I'm super excited for Jacob because he's had to overcome some background stuff, childhood, younger, when he was a younger person and young man, decisions and stuff he's made that were not the right ones. He's been on some rough roads, and now he's on a better path, and he's really worked hard. So he more than could have done this a long time ago. Been in WWE, 2 years after he first started. He's one of the most talented Samoans that I ever trained, and one of the most talented wrestlers that I've ever trained. And what people don't really understand or know about him, they just see him doing the big splash and these power moves. But he could go in there and he could hammer like a fireman's carry. He can wrestle. He can go. He can sit there and go move for move with you, tick for tack, and without thinking, action reaction. Like, he can wrestle because he spent that extra 6 months learning to wrestle some before he did the ropes. But he had all that talent to do that. All that other stuff comes out. That's you. That's your personality. That flying. That's in his DNA. He's Samoan. They can all wrestle to some level, to degree above everybody else in other ways. But like in performance, like thrust kicks and some big moves and stuff. But he can actually go in there and wrestle. He could go in there and grapple with the best of them on the canvas without hitting the ropes, and that makes him unique and special. He has that talent. So to add all that, his persona over it, his facials were on point. He wasn't rushing anything with facial things. I would go back and I'd watch his facial, but I'd get distracted because I had never seen him in boots before, like when he's wrestling. So it would throw me off the boots. I was like, is he stumbling around? Is he falling in those boots? Is it hard for him? Because he's wrestled barefoot since I've known him. Like, I don't even know if he had shoes when he showed up at the wrestling school. I would tell him he got trained in sneakers. Half the time he'd throw him off and train. And I believe WWE is worried about him getting hurt and people this and this and that. But he's wrestled like that for 10 years. I think he showed up like that at the school. I don't know if he could afford shoes at one point. That's the kind of rough road he's come on. He got all the kids. He's got to buy all the kids stuff. He always puts his kids before himself. Always. He's a family man first and foremost. Loves his kids, and he'll always put them first. So like, he probably gave them their shoes, so they could go to school or so they could eat or whatever. Wow. So like, I am so happy that he's gone from ramen noodles, splitting ramen noodle, to filet mignon now, or whatever it may be. Like, in this journey, I just hope he stays the course, keeps it together, does the right things, outside of the ring. He's never gonna do the wrong things in the ring. He's just incredibly talented and has a great mind for it all. So, and under the guidance of like Paul Heyman and different things, I think he's just there's no limit to what he can do. But I worry like Raymond, Jacob has the potential to be the Roman Reigns. Even though he's not got the height or necessarily. Well, I think he's good looking, but other people might think Roman Reigns is better looking. Roman has a certain movie star look about him, like Aquaman type of whatever that guy was, the Jason Momoa type of that handsome, rugged,
that's what it is.
Handsome, rugged, tall look. Reno Anawai, the Black Pearl, he has the same kind of look. He's got that same build. You guys don't know Reno, but he wrestles in California. He's a Count Black Pearl. Another Reno Anawai. He has that really good look, and he always had that the tall, slender Samoan. Not slender, they're big guys, but not the the Kishi or the Umaga looks sort of thick and burly. Jacob has that, but I don't know. He has that, but he has a presence that he could be, and it is truly like his background is truly street and hood, So if it's Pomo, I don't know what route they're gonna go, but I'm excited for him. I thought he killed it. I think he could do much better than what I saw. I think maybe there was a lot of nerves there, but he killed it though. But that just shows you on his lower level. Me watching him on his lower level. He outshined everybody on their top of their game level when he rolled in there. And what I'm seeing that I know is a lower level of Jacob. He's just gonna. There's no stopping him. If the only thing that's gonna stop him is if they quit writing him in and take him off TV, or he does something outside the ring and stops himself. Because
he won't do.
He's an incredible talent. I'm proud to be a part of his journey. So you debuted that night. He debuted. I was like a proud papa. I trained you, but Jacob, I trained in the ring and stuff, and there was Reno, his cousin Reno, his uncle Kishi. We're part of all that training all together, so I'm sure they're just as proud of him. you know, and then but Kishi's son is solo, so you know Kishi's got and the twins, the Usos, so Kishi's got to be super super proud, you know. He's just like his lineages and
Just breeding wrestlers.
yeah, he breeds well, man. He breeds strong. Jacob's dad's Kishi's brother, the Tonga kid, so that's Jacob's dad, so TK, so you know it's just all in there, and then but out of them all, where Jacob has the advantage on them is he's logged independent years and built a personality for himself. Had to grind through the harder stuff. It wasn't just like, boom, here you go. Here's the brass ring. You know, here you go. Like he made talents and wrestled the shows and showed he has the endurance to survive injuries and this and that and he got an understanding of coming from the bottom to the top and not just dropping in there. So I think that's an advantage. Another advantage is that he actually had to spend time and train to wrestle because he chose to though. He didn't have to. He chose to come to class, much like Rusev Miro. He chose to come to class. He made the classes, didn't miss them, did everything he did to get there and be in the classes. So he chose to train and chose that path as well. Not all, and but it was put upon him too. But he chose it at the same time. It was his journey. That was the path he chose, and I think it's just going to help him now. So I think him being held back these years because of the whatever legal things and stuff he had to overcome, I think is only going to set him up to be even a bigger star now and a longer lasting. So I think he's on a great. His journey's been awesome. If his journey was to end now, I would cry and think it was a beautiful story because I never would have thought he could have got past the legal stuff to got to where he is. But he is. He's here and that's there. So like if it was the end now, I'd go, oh, it's a beautiful story. He made it, you know. But now it's just the beginning. So I'm super, super excited, awesome. Super proud, as I'm sure his uncles and the rest of his family are. Kishi, I'm sure, and his dad, Tonga, TK, Little Sam. So very excited for him. Very, very happy and very honored to even had a brief part of his journey, you know, and on there. We've had him on here before. He's been in here and stuff. He's a funny dude. He's amazing, and he's real. He's real. He's real as you get. So you know what you get from him, you like you know that's Jacob. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing him on the big stage. So congratulations, Jacob. I'm sure Uncle Sika's proud of you too. Yeah, he's looking down. I mean, and we're gonna miss him. So, you know, prayers to all the family, you know, they're all family, prayers and positive vibes, and congratulations to you, Jacob. Looking forward to your journey, more of your journey. It was already an amazing journey, but even more of it. And not your brother or your sons, you know, it's kids, their name journey. It gets confusing. There's a lot of Samoan names to keep track of. That's why when you went to go read all the other ones, I said, just stop, just stop. There's too many of them, just stop. We'll just get to the point.
Want some, get some, bad enough, take some.